rice importers will be required to demonstrate verifiable procurement of and partnership with Ghanaian rice production before import permits are approved. We are not raising tariffs that punish consumers. We are not imposing bans that create shortages. We are redirecting the existing value in the rice trade towards building our own productive capacity.
The Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, said the event was not only about rice production, but also about economic transformation, regional integration, and Africa's ability to feed itself sustainably. She noted that recent climate shocks, export restrictions, trade tariffs and geopolitical tensions have exposed weaknesses in global food systems, making food security a critical issue for national development and stability.
Countries that import too much food also import vulnerability. We see this as an opportunity for Africa to reclaim greater control of its food future. That is why Ghana is relentlessly implementing its Agriculture for Economic Transformation agenda as part of the broader economic reset program.
President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Umar Aliu Toure, reaffirmed commitment to ensure a single regional agricultural policy for West Africa, driven by collective action among ECOWAS and its regional partners.
It's 9 days to the biggest football tournament on the planet, and it's actually because of that we are bringing you News 360 at 5 p.m. today, because kickoff of the game will be at 6:45. So still on football though, Christabel Success Trevor has been finding out the mood among soccer fans in Ghana ahead of the World Cup.
To 6 candidates. The announcement of Ghana's squad has sparked conversations among football fans eager to see how the Black Stars will perform on the world's biggest stage. And for traders selling football merchandise, tournaments like these often come with expectations of increased business.
If I can say, for the past, I think the 2 months now, they have been buying the Ghana jersey the most, apart from the club ones. Yeah, they are buying the Ghana jerseys. The market is really going on well.
Although some traders say demand is not yet at peak levels, many are hopeful interest will grow as the tournament grows closer. Sales are low. During the 6th match, a lot of people used to buy. But now, during the football season, they don't buy because the Black Stars do not normally perform well. Beyond the shops, conversations about the Black Stars are becoming harder to miss. Fans are already discussing team selections, expectations, and possible outcomes.
The players is good. Only the thing they pay me, the Kudus know the inside. Wallahi. The Kudus where you lose, you know, go the World Cup. If you pay me, Papa.
So who do you want to be, aside from Kudus, who else?
Samanyo, Jordan
Ayew.
Yeah. Okay. After that, Pate.
Last time my favorite player is Kudus. Kudus and this guy, Semenyo. Those are the people that I believe that they have to be in the field with us.
We're going to win against Wolves today. I think every player deserves a slot.
Sports observers say this build-up is typical of major tournaments.
I don't feel the World Cup fever properly, and it is more because the fever around the Black Stars itself in recent years hasn't been that high, given the fact that they didn't qualify for the last African Cup. And because of their non-participation in the last AFCON, people really did not have the opportunity of seeing them. In instances where they've had the chance to see them too, it has not been too pleasant. That is, the last 2 AFCONs they have played, they couldn't win a game. And people still remember those things.
With 9 days to go until the World Cup begins, the countdown has begun. Christabel Success Trevor, TV3 News, Accra.
And all the best to the Black Stars of Ghana. In more news tonight, drama unfolded on Tuesday when NPP Buno Regional Chairman Kwame Bafo, aka Abronye, showed up with his lawyer before presiding judge Joseph Konsong for continuation of his case. The presiding judge took issue with an allegation by the defense lawyer that the court failed to capture accurately what transpired at the last adjourned date. Lodido Asari reports.
Abronye has been charged with offensive conduct conducive to the breach of peace and publication of false news over alleged derogatory remarks against the circuit court judge. He has pleaded not guilty and is on 100,000 cedis bail with 2 sureties to be justified. Daniel Mate Ado, representing the NPP Buno Regional Chairman, notified the court that both the accused and the legal team heard the judge indicate in his ruling that Abronye be remanded into BNI custody until the final determination of the matter. However, the court records had captured that he be remanded until the next adjourned date, which was in 2 weeks' time. The judge noted that the allegation connotes a serious offense of forgery of judicial documents, which had grave repercussions. Joseph Konsong then scolded the lawyer, noting that they, including the MP for Efutu, Afenyomaking, had stirred the public up by misrepresenting the facts as they happened in court. He read the ruling on the day, which corroborated that Abronye was to be remanded into the BNI custody until the next adjourned date, and directed the defense lawyers to update their records. He further reminded the prosecution to file the disclosures within 14 days and adjourned the case to July 14. Daniel Mate Ado spoke to the media after proceedings.
I have a document I authored, and as a lawyer, how can I run away from the document I authored myself? But as I said, in the end, the court's record is the court's record, and notwithstanding whatever the lawyer had, the court's record is superior. So if in the end, and on record for that day, it was indicated contrary to what we said, we will go by the records of the court. But it doesn't also take away what counsel and the legal team had in court. And not just counsel and the legal team, the accused person himself as well.
At the High Court, attempts by the NPP Buno Regional Chairman's lawyers to seek a variation of his bail conditions hit a snag after the court adjourned the hearing. Presiding judge in the matter indicated that the court had shortly been served with the prosecution's affidavit in opposition to the application. She therefore adjourned the proceedings to Thursday in order to assess the documents filed and rule on the application for bail variation. Meanwhile, Abronye says he will continue to speak truth to the powers that be.
15, 17 months
Cases such as the issue of the unpaid teacher trainees deserve to be highlighted. If the government has a problem with that, I'll just go harder. Lodido Asari, TV2 News, Accra.
Let's go to Parliament now. The Speaker of the House, Alban Bagbin, says Parliament must revisit the passage of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill. He says the bill was passed, but the process used in taking it through the third reading has raised serious procedural concerns. He is therefore asking members of Parliament to reconsider the bill. There is more in this report.
The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill has once again placed Parliament, the Presidency and the country at the centre of a heated national conversation. On Friday, May 29, Parliament passed the bill after taking it through the consideration stage and third reading on the same day. But what appeared to be the final parliamentary step has now opened another round of questions. First, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin said he was surprised by the passage of the bill. Then President Mahama indicated that the bill has a long way to go before becoming law. Now, the Speaker has returned with a stronger concern. He wants Parliament to revisit the bill and reconsider it.
Honourable members, I call on Parliament to rely on the provisions of motions and the conventions of this House to go back to this historic and important bill and reconsider it.
According to Bagbin, the issue is not about abandoning the bill or rejecting its objectives. He says the concern is about whether Parliament followed its own rules before passing it. He also says concerns have been raised about whether MPs had access to the final amended version of the bill before taking the final decision.
The legitimacy, credibility, and enduring authority of any law depend not only on the objectives sought to be achieved, but also in the integrity of the process by which the law is enacted. Procedural law is as equally important as substantive law. What we do here must be able to withstand any legal and constitutional challenges that are sure to come.
Gbagwin says the bill was introduced as a bipartisan national issue, but the proceedings on the day of passage did not reflect the same unanimity and bipartisan understanding.
The bill has from its inception been presented to the nation as a bipartisan legislative initiative. It is therefore my considered view that legislation of this magnitude ought, as far as practicable, to command not merely the numerical support of a majority of members, but also the broad confidence of the House regarding both its substance and the process by which it was adopted. What is right must be done rightly.
Right, let's stay on this subject and speak to Reverend Intim Fojo, who is a member of Parliament and a co-sponsor of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill. Honorable, good evening. Thank you for joining us on News 360.
Thanks for having me, Martin.
Right, the Speaker of the House seems to have given a position or shared a position that seems to support the earlier argument the minority were raising about the procedural, use or the way the bill was passed. How does this come to you, especially on the back of the fact that the bill is likely to return to the House?
Yeah, so I would like to say that there's a step in the right direction to withdraw the bill, as Parliament is a matter of our own, rules. Having recognized that the bill passed is not fit for purpose, the bill passed does not reflect the aspirations of the overwhelming majority of Ghanaians. The bill passed does not, address the concerns for which the Ghanaian people wanted a bill to address this LGBT canker. The bill that was passed was watered down, diluted, less efficacious, has even elements that protect the very avenues where LGBT is promoted. And so if the Speaker says that the processes undertaking and all the things that were smuggled in are not appropriate, and that bill does not reflect what the good people of this country want, and so it has to be reconsidered, that is a step in the right direction. And so we await that the consensus, which needs to be established, we'll get to meet, and then as a House, and with all stakeholders, we take a decision. Let us be minded that there's nothing political about this, and for some of us, we don't approach this from partisan interest. We are making a bill for the country. We are not making this bill for MPP or NDC. We are making this bill not to protect NDC or to protect MPP.
Right.
We're making this bill, enacting it to safeguard the sanctity of our values, of our moral standards, and what is at the heart of our norms. Right. And therefore, let us all look at it from that view, and let us all agree that if overwhelming consensus was established on the 2024 version of the bill, and the whole of this country agreed that that version was what we needed to go with, I do not think that consensus has changed. The values have not changed. So let us maintain that consensus built in 2024 and proceed to adopt that version so that it is presented as the version that the Parliament will pass.
Okay, Reverend, let me come in here. When it was passed by the previous Parliament, there were reports that it actually got to the desk of the President, and he raised a number of legal concerns for which reason the bill was returned to the House of Parliament. Those concerns that were raised by the former President, were they addressed in the current bill? Hello, Reverend Intimfojo.
Can we come again?
Yes,
there were some disruptions.
Right. I was asking that when the previous parliament passed the bill and was sent to the former president, he raised a number of concerns, legal concerns, for which reason, there were even challenges at the Supreme Court. Did the current bill address those concerns that were raised in the previous one?
So, for the record, and to correct, what is on record is that His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama, when the Catholic Bishop Conference visited him and appealed to him to assent to the bill that is assumed to be at Jubilee House, because the assumption was that it was presented to President Akufo-Addo. He should sign it. What is on record, and what do you know, and you reported, as TV3 and all media houses reported, the voice of and the video and words of His Excellency President Mahama was that the bill, according to President Mahama, was not presented to President Akufo-Addo because of legal issues. And so it wasn't the case that the bill was presented to President Akufo-Addo and then he raised issues. No. So that is a record, for the record. But the substantive thing is that the consensus this country established on the bill was that the bill, as was passed, was fit for purpose. The only individual who expressed their disagreement to that bill, contrary to what the entire nation consensus we all established, was that certain issues certain aspects of it needed to be removed, for which he sent it to the Supreme Court. But that was an individual, one person. And today, the very people who are calling for certain things to be removed are people who opposed the individual who filed the court proceedings for injunction.
Okay.
So the consensus was already established. And all I'm asking is, let us maintain consistent principles, consistent values, and consistent positions without partisan considerations.
Okay.
The same nationalistic approach and consensus we established in 2024. Nothing has changed.
Okay.
Let us carry on with that consensus and ferry the same bill for assent.
Okay.
That is my expectation and the expectation of the overwhelming majority of Ghanaians who are looking at this bill, not from MPP or NDC.
And like the Speaker has indicated, is likely to return to the House for further deliberation. I'm sure we'll be engaging you further in the coming days. Thank you for your time this evening. And you heard Reverend John Intimfojo, co-sponsor of the anti-LGBTQ bill.
Now, despite recent efforts to ensure improved clean water coverage for communities in the Afajato South District, some communities like Nyanbokonda continue to labor in thirst. Residents here have to queue to scoop water from scoop holes dug at the foot of the mountain. TV3's Faisal Abdul-Idrisu has the rest of the story.
2 hours. That is how long 16-year-old Beatrice has been lying here, waiting for Mother Earth to give her water. The only source of water in the community is not a tap, but a sip, a shallow hole scrapped into the earth at the foot of the mountain. Water trickles in drop by drop, and families wait hours for one bucket. This is the only water we have here in the community. Sometimes we come, wait in queues for hours before we are able to get some water home, and it delays us from going to school. We are always late. You come here sometimes, you don't even find the water at all, and that means you have to wait. The situation has become a daily routine for residents of Nyangbokonda, a farming community in the Afajato South District. Water is our major problem here. Sometimes we go there and wait for hours. Visitors are here, they can't get water. This morning, I went there, waited for hours, but I couldn't get any, so I came back. It is frustrating.
The other time last week, I went there around 10 p.m. I came home around 3:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. It was something that is really, really bad. I slept there, I slept over there with some of the kids. Some people from the community too were there. So just because I'm a teacher, they decided to allow me to fetch my own. If not, definitely I would have come home maybe in the morning around 8 a.m. to 9.
In 2015, a modern mechanized water system was built in a bid to address the persistent water crisis, but that has since broken down.
These pipelines exposed from the earth are evidence of the efforts made in the past to provide water for the community. These pipelines extended water to vantage points where standpipes were erected for residents here to access water. Unfortunately, it has since broken down, and for years, nothing has been done to revamp it.
Nationally, water coverage stands at approximately 74% for rural communities as against 96% for urban areas. This translates into seasonal shortages, contamination risk, and reliance on unsafe sources for many rural communities. But for Nyangbo-Konda, authorities in the district say efforts are underway to revamp the broken water system.
The community water system is broken down at the moment. We have actually awarded it to a contractor who will move to site by next week and get that problem fixed for them. I'm sure that by the time the contractor fixes the problem for them, they'll have water flow into every corner of
Under the Fajato South MP's community water project, other communities with similar water issues are receiving water.
The mantle has been given to us. Ours now is to deliver, and we are in the process of delivering. We are no longer campaigning. And so almost every community that previously do not have safe water, we are going the extra mile, and doing projects of this nature.
For Beatrice, however, another day means another 2 hours of lying on the ground, laboring and thirst. Faisal Abdul Idrisu, TV3 News, Afajato South.
And Ghana's chocolate industry is receiving a boost in innovation and technical capacity development with the launch of the AAK Academy. The initiative, backed by AAK Ghana and key partners, aims to equip local manufacturers with global expertise, strengthen export competitiveness, and support the growth of value-added food businesses across the country.
The AAK Academy is an agro-processing and skill development initiative established by AAK, a global leader in plant-based oil and fat. The academy focuses on training individuals and boosting share and cocoa value addition. Speaking at the launch, Vice President and Head of AAK West Africa said the academy will equip trainees with requisite knowledge and skills, which will give them access to global industry expertise.
The ultimate goal of the Innovation Academy is really to strengthen local competition against imported products and enable more export of Ghanaian produced products. And the ultimate goal of the Innovation Academy is really to strengthen local competition against imported products and enable more export of Ghanaian produced products.
Director of Presidential Initiatives in Agriculture and Agribusiness, Dr. Peter Otukuno noted that the initiative will go a long way to support local industries.
We will need knowledge and skills from countries that have done it for years. They have picked the nuts from us, they have added value, they've done research, and they have improved the quality of the products. And so I believe that this is an opportune moment for our country to get a commit to setting up this Innovation Academy, which Innovation Academy will seek to impact knowledge and skills, train our people to add value to the products that we produce from the cocoa farms and the shea parklands.
AAK has been making specialty fats for over 150 years, supplying ingredients that go into chocolate products eaten by billions of people. Organizers say the academy is therefore expected to support innovation and strengthen the competitiveness of Ghana's value-added food industry, which aligns with the focus of AAK.
We have business news coming up shortly. Don't go away.
In a world full of noise, clarity matters. Stories shape us, ideas challenge us. An honest dialogue moves us forward. This is a space for depth, where voices are heard and perspectives matter. Conversations with Dr. Abinanya Kwasmini, coming soon on TV3.
TV3, first in news.
Ghana's Most Beautiful is 20 years, and to kickstart the special anniversary season, you are warmly invited to an exclusive royal ball and fundraiser for a legacy project. An evening shared with our cherished partners, distinguished past queens, and the remarkable individuals who have shaped this journey over the years. Join us at 8 p.m. sharp on the 6th of June at the Adisa Pavilion within the prestigious Labadi Beach Hotel. Red carpet is live at 6 p.m. Come for the elegance, stay for the purpose, be part of the legacy. Ghana's Most Beautiful, 20 years of culture, grace and legacy. This event is strictly by invitation.
Because financial products could help deepen financial inclusion while supporting economic growth. The Money Summit 2026 was held under the theme Building Trust, Capital and Stability for Ghana's Economic Future.
Yesterday, for those of you who followed the Ghana firm in the UK, you would have heard people in the diaspora eager, looking for investment instruments to put their money. So those of you in the banking sector, this is a challenge for you. Create products and services that enable them to channel their resources not into just consumption, which is remittance that we all take every month or end of month and consume, but into products that translate into investment into the economy.
Finance and tax analyst Nelson Kujo-Kwagbeji has identified remittances inflows as a major untapped catalyst capable of driving sustainable growth and stability for the Ghanaian economy. Kwagbeji's observation comes off the back of the Bank of Ghana governor calling for a major shift in how the nation utilizes its estimated $8 billion in annual remittance inflows, urging stakeholders to move beyond household consumption and toward long-term capital investments.
These multi-billion-dollar diaspora inflows can be transformed into a dependable and sustainable source of national financing. However, achieving this economic milestone relies heavily on ensuring the funds are officially wired and processed through the formal banking system.
The remittances is normally used as a household support income for specific purpose, either to support a family member, to undertake a building project, or for whatever reason. Most of these remittances don't even pass through the official banking system. And so the country is losing out on them. And so remittances can just be considered to be untapped, catalysts that can actually support the economic development of a country.
Speaking at the Ghana-UK Investment Summit, Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Johnson Isiama, highlighted that while diaspora remittances serve as a critical source of foreign exchange, their full economic potential for enterprise financing, capital formation and national development remains unharnessed.
Last year, remittance inflows got as high as nearly $8 billion. That was about half the entire amount we got from foreign direct investment last year. And so for us at the central bank, we decided to look at our diaspora differently. These are part of the investors we are looking for. It's not just a foreign investor, but the diaspora population.
Kwagbeji has proposed the issuance of a diaspora bond as an ideal financial instrument to effectively tap into remittance inflows for Ghana's national development.
This diaspora, people can buy into to support the economic development of the country. And so once you issue a diaspora bond, it means that 8 billion Ghana cedis that, came to Ghana last year, even if 60% of it is used to purchase the bond, it is going to help the government to raise the needed fund to support critical infrastructure development projects.
Now, MTN Ghana has launched this year's 21 Days of Yellow Care campaign under the theme Expand Equitable Health for Every Community. The initiative seeks to improve healthcare access through support for health facilities, public health education, and community outreach programs.
Over the years, the 21 Days of Yellow Care campaign has focused on areas such as education, health, and economic empowerment. Speaking at the launch of this year's edition, the Chief Corporate Services and Sustainability Officer of MTN Ghana, Adjoa Ifriye, indicated that the campaign will focus on several key interventions aimed at improving healthcare delivery and promoting healthy living.
The no-bed syndrome. We have seen that this issue has become topical, and so as employees we decided that this is something that we can lend a hand in and go out and support the provision of beds. So we are going out to selected hospitals to repair with our partners. So we'll be going out with healthcare professionals to do screenings and to help people to understand their conditions if they are discovered, how to manage them, and then how to prevent.
The Minister for Health, Kwabena Mintah Akando, lauded the initiative and stressed the important role of corporate organizations in enhancing the healthcare system.
It is therefore important that interventions of this nature are understood not simply as isolated projects, but as part of a broader national conversation on chronic disease, access to specialized care, and the future direction of healthcare delivery in Ghana. Government has the primary responsibility to provide leadership, policy direction, public investment, but meaningful progress also depends on collaboration with the private sector, society, development partners, health professionals, and communities themselves.
Beyond the healthcare interventions, MTN says the campaign incorporates sustainability principles by encouraging the repair, recycling, and reuse of resources.
Let's bring you updates now from the currency and the commodities market. And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Up next is sports.
A fresh voice on the bench, a crucial step towards the World Cup. Carlos Queiroz leads the Black Stars for the very first time as Ghana takes on Wales in an international friendly at the Cardiff City Stadium. Can the Black Stars slay the Dragons? Catch all the action live on June 2 at 6:45 p.m. only on TV3.
Welcome to 4 Points by Sheraton Accra Airport Hotel, a unique luxury hotel that promises a memorable and well-connected stay. The hotel offers 5 types of spacious rooms with elegant furnishings from our standard, deluxe, suite, and executive rooms. Every room is a sanctuary, thoughtfully designed for work, rest, privacy, and indulgence. From refined mornings to vibrant afternoons and indulgent evenings, every bite is crafted to perfection, where refined moments meet the thrill of the game. We offer state-of-the-art meeting and conference facilities. Our spacious 2-tier underground parking brings convenience, security, and quiet sophistication right from arrival. For bookings and reservations, contact 4 Points by Sheraton Accra Airport Hotel on reservations at 4pointsbysheratonacra.com.
Mini Ojo from the connection. The OPBR Meso too. Come, mix patch up the shop.
In a world full of noise, clarity matters. Stories shape us, ideas challenge us. An honest dialogue moves us forward. This is a space for depth, where voices are heard and perspectives matter. Conversations with Dr. Abinanya Kwasumini, coming soon on TV3.
TV3, first in news.
Ghana's Most Beautiful is 20 years, and to kickstart the special anniversary season, you are warmly invited to an exclusive royal ball and fundraiser for a legacy project. An evening shared with our cherished partners, distinguished past queens, and the remarkable individuals who have shaped this journey over the years. Join us at 8 p.m. sharp on the 6th of June at the Abdissa Pavilion within the prestigious Labadi Beach Hotel. Red carpet is live at 6 p.m. Come for the elegance, stay for the purpose, be part of the legacy. Ghana's Most Beautiful, 20 years of culture, grace, and legacy. This event is strictly by invitation.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the sports segment here on News 360. My name is Oreku Ampofo. In just about an hour's time, we'll be seeing Carlos Queiroz's Black Stars in action for the first time as they face Wales in an international friendly. It's a historic game as Wales face Ghana for the first time in their history, and it's also the first time in their history they are hosting an African side. And this match will be taking place at the Cardiff Stadium, where my colleague Michael Utieje is currently stationed ahead of the big one between Ghana and Wales. Michael, if you can hear me, what's the expectation like, given everything that you've seen in training from Carlos Queiroz? Michael, I was asking, can you tell us about the expectations for Carlos Queiroz and
if
Ghanaians?
You guys can hear me, somebody should try and talk to me so that I can hear.
Michael, yes, let me try coming back to you. I was asking about the expectations for, Carlos Queiroz, given that he spent a week with the team, big friendly against Wales coming up. And so we're struggling to establish connection there with Michael, but you just saw some of the feed on what to expect because the game would be live here on TV3 at 6:45. However, build up to that one starts at 6, where we'll be seated here with our panelists and pundits ahead of Carlos Queiroz's first assignment as Black Stars coach as they face Wales in an international friendly match as well. 6:45 live here on TV3. The lineups are out and you can get that on our social media pages at 3 Sports GH. But the big news is that Lawrence Atizigi starts in goal.
In a world full of noise, clarity matters. Stories shape us, ideas challenge us. An honest dialogue moves us forward. This is a space for depth, where voices are heard and perspectives matter. Conversations with Dr. Abinanya Kumasumini, coming soon on TV3.
TV3, first in news.
Ghana's Most Beautiful is 20 years, and to kickstart the special anniversary season, you are warmly invited to an exclusive royal ball and fundraiser for a legacy project. An evening shared with our cherished partners, distinguished past queens, and the remarkable individuals who have shaped this journey over the years. Join us at 8 p.m. sharp on the 6th of June at the Adisa Pavilion within the prestigious Labadi Beach Hotel. Carpet is live at 6 p.m. Come for the elegance, stay for the purpose, be part of the legacy. Ghana's Most Beautiful, 20 years of culture, grace and legacy. This event is strictly by invitation.
In a world full of noise, clarity matters. Stories shape us, ideas challenge us. An honest dialogue moves us forward. This is a space for depth, where voices are heard and perspectives matter. Conversations
in October 2026. The tour will begin in Madrid on October 8 and continue through major cities, including Paris, Amsterdam, Berlin, Manchester, and London. The announcement comes ahead of the release of a fourth EP, Bodies Love Molly, expected this summer. The project will feature collaborations with Sarkodie, Tyler, Mavado, Skillibeng, Shinsia, and Melissa. Known for her blend of Afrobeats and pop influences, Molly continues to expand her global presence with the upcoming EP and European tour, marking major milestones in her career. And now on to some more stories to bring you some entertainment tidbits.
Make your body come, my body, make her cool my tension.
Nigerian Afrobeat star Davido has revealed plans to regain ownership of his music masters from Sony Music before retiring, stressing that ownership is the most important part of any music deal. Speaking on the long-form podcast, the singer said that although he has a favorable contract, reclaiming his catalog remains a key personal goal. I have a good music contract, but the most important thing is ownership. I plan to get my masters back, Davido said. He explained that owning his masters will allow him to pass his music catalog onto his children as part of his legacy. Davido also encouraged artists to pay more attention to the business side of music, noting that talent alone is not enough for long-term success.
It's ownership, you know what I'm saying? Ownership, like what are you saying? Like at the end of the day, when I'm getting old, I'm going to say, okay, you come, all my children come. You take this record, you take this record, you take this record, you take this record. I own, you know what I'm saying? At that time, I'm going to own all my music and all my masters. So I'd be able to distribute it how I want between my family as well.
More than 1,000 people dressed as Marilyn Monroe gathered in Palm Springs, California to set a new world record in honor of what would have been the Hollywood icon's 100th birthday. Participants wore Monroe's famous white halter dress and blonde wigs inspired by her appearance in the classic film The 7-Year Itch. Organizers confirmed an official count of 1,037 lookalikes, surpassing the previous record of 254 set in Brighton, Australia in 2020. The celebration took place beneath palm Palm Springs' iconic Marilyn Monroe statue, with attendees cheering as the record-breaking count was announced. Actress Alicia Soper also joined the event, appearing in a character as Monroe.
And that'll be it for the entertainment news segment here on News 360. My name is Nuella Donko.
And just before we go, news we got earlier today has to do with repeated attacks in South Africa, where we are told that Mozambique, the government of Mozambique have confirmed that 5 of their citizens were attacked in South Africa through these xenophobic attacks, and investigations have commenced in that regard. So at least it goes to confirm why it was good that Ghana took that early step to get our citizens and compatriots back home. Details of our website, 3news.com. I am Martin Asieduda.
And I am Portia Gabo. Enjoy the pre-match discussions after News 360.